for a fact.
Good money, good money.
This is something I wanted for myself a long time ago. I just never thought it was going to happen. This is definitely going to be a treat for the fans. Two of the hardest hitters in boxing, David Benavidez and Gervonta Davis. We've been training here for the past. Every time we focus and ourselves 100% on boxing, we know exactly where we're going.
I'm not a kid anymore. Taking my priorities serious. These things matter.
I read a lot of messages that people send me, and there's people be like, you know what, bro, you're an inspiration to me. You motivate me a lot. That's really what keeps my engine going. I can't let these people down, and I won't let these people down. I definitely do it for the fans. I don't think the fans know how much they mean to me. They're not even my fans. I feel like they're my family.
I don't want to lose.
The work is officially underway. Gervonta Davis has started a demanding new training camp with Team Benavidez, and the first clips from camp have already caught the attention of boxing fans. The early sessions have created plenty of excitement, leaving many people wondering if this marks the beginning of the comeback that could redefine his career.
David Morrell is definitely in trouble for this fight. At the end of the day, nobody fights like me. He's definitely in for the hardest fight of his life. I'm evolving as a fighter and as a man.
Number one. David Benavidez, he's another guy that's coming inside the ring. If it do play a big part, I take advantage of it.
As the training videos continue to attract attention, Sean Porter shared his thoughts, saying that Gervonta Davis seems to have found the right fit with Jose Benavidez. Senior Porter explained that great training is built on trust and a strong connection between a fighter and coach. He believes Tank now has a trainer who understands him, allows him to stay true to his style, and works alongside him in a way that creates excellent chemistry. According to Porter, that relationship could help bring out the very best version of Davis.
I feel like he's comfortable with Jose, and just telling y'all what I know, sometimes that's all it takes. Whatever's gonna get this light flipped up, turned on, and keep it on, sometimes it's comfort. I just need somebody that I feel comfortable with, that I can be myself with, and that, you know, when I'm ready to move, they moving. When they ready to move, I'm moving. And I feel like he thinks he has that with Jose.
Fannin also believes Gervonta Davis had a lot to gain from training with Jose Benavidez Sr. He praised Tank's incredible natural ability and pointed out that after spending so many years with the same coaching team, working with someone new could provide fresh ideas and different strategies that help take his boxing to another level.
Gervonta Davis is going to do well with Jose Benavidez. Gervonta Davis is an extremely talented fighter. He probably has learned everything that he can learn from Kenny and Calvin, having been with those guys for so long. So it may do him some good to have different eyes on that.
YouTuber Showbiz the Adult believes that training under Jose Benavidez Sr. requires complete discipline and immediate execution from the very first day. He referred to Ryan Garcia's experience, saying the Benavidez team quickly improved Ryan's technique and expected him to work at full intensity from the beginning. In his opinion, that coaching played an important role in Garcia's growth and success, and he believed Gervonta Davis could also benefit from that same demanding environment.
I'm nowhere near fighter shape, but what I'm saying is they're going to teach you form, make you learn it right now, and practice it at a high pace. And that just killed me. I mean, completely washed me out. I mean, they did the same thing with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia showed up there and he had to deal with the family, get all of that culture together and the community stuff together. Then he had to learn the form from David Benavidez and Jose Benavidez Sr. He had to apply it right now and demonstrate it full speed. And what did that lead to? For the first time ever, Ryan Garcia could call himself champion. And I mean, not interim, not secondary, not kinda, but 100% full welterweight WBC champion. And it just so happened to follow training under the tutelage of Jose Benavidez.
Showbiz the Adult also discussed Gervonta Davis's low punch output, saying it has always been one of the biggest characteristics of his fighting style. According to him, Tank relies heavily on patience, timing, accuracy, power, and his high boxing IQ. However, he believes that style worked against him in the fight with Lamont Roach, because Roach didn't give him many chances to land his favorite counterpunches. Showbiz feels that working with Jose Benavidez Sr. could help Davis become better at creating his own openings before launching his counters. He described joining Team Benavidez as a smart decision for the next chapter of Tank's career.
Lack of activity is historic. I mean, he is the lowest volume fighter in the world. And a lot has to do with his timing, his IQ, his precision, and his power. He throws something when he sees something. But it just so happens to make him a low activity fighter. And against Lamont Roach, I think that has something to do with the trouble Lamont Roach gave him, because Lamont Roach didn't give him much. So Gervonta, he really couldn't find too much to counter. And in that situation, he had to try to punch Lamont Roach open. And that just didn't work well for that fight. But getting coached by the Benavidezes, oh, they definitely know how to punch you open, then counter. I think Gervonta Tank Davis made a very headsy choice to try Jose Benavidez.
Greg Hackett welcomed Gervonta Davis's return and called Tank one of the most exciting stars in boxing today. He said every time Davis steps into the ring, fans expect to see a spectacular knockout. Hackett also expressed hope that Tank's comeback fight will be against a respected, high-level contender who truly deserves the opportunity to face him.
I'm just happy Tank coming back. Tank's exciting. All the guys are exciting, but Tank is always a big question mark when Tank get in the ring. Is somebody about to get knocked the fuck out? You know what I mean? I just hope it's a good guy. Somebody, we can respect.
While Gervonta Tank Davis stays focused on preparing for his return, attention has already shifted toward a possible blockbuster fight with Devin Haney. As the excitement surrounding this long-awaited matchup continues to grow, Haney has made it clear that he is ready for the challenge and wants to finally make one of boxing's most anticipated fights become a reality.
Devin Haney replied,
Gervonta Davis dismissed the growing confidence surrounding Devin Haney, suggesting that a few victories can make fighters believe they have reached another level. He made it clear that fighting him is a completely different experience. Davis said that facing the reigning champion would give Haney the biggest payday of his career while also presenting the toughest challenge he has ever faced.
They get a few wins and they get a little above themselves. They ain't really like. They come see me and I give them a real. They get a real check. Yeah. A real check, and they get a real opponent. And I won't even say no real opponent, a real, the champ. Yeah.
They get a couple wins, they get a few victories, and then they start thinking they're on another level. They're really not. They can come see me, and I'll give them a real test. They'll get a real paycheck. Yeah, a real paycheck, and they'll get a real challenge. I won't even say just a real opponent. They'll be facing the champion. They'll get that opportunity.
I'm going for big nose.
let's get it on.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Tank Davis responded to Devin Haney by showing that he is interested in finally settling their rivalry inside the ring. Reports suggest that both camps have already started communicating, making the long-awaited showdown seem closer than ever before.
So I consider this as real. Me and Al have had discussions. That's made it even more real. Never has anyone said anything about any dehydration, rehydration, or anything for that matter. So I think that it should be, and what it should be, is a fair fight. And that weight is to be determined, but it won't be anything under 144 pounds.
Adding even more excitement, Bill Haney said that the talks about a possible fight with Gervonta Tank Davis are much more than simple rumors. He explained that his conversations with Al Heyman have made him more confident that the fight can happen. Bill also stressed that there should be no dehydration or rehydration clauses and that the contest should take place at a minimum weight of 144 pounds.
I think that's going to be the hardest part for Debo to get him in the ring than to actually be in the ring. And I think more people are starting to understand that maybe Bill Haney might have a little bit of truth to it by the confidence that we've shown about it. But ultimately, I have a lot of respect for him and that team.
Although negotiations appear to be moving forward, Bill Haney admitted there is still one major obstacle. In his opinion, the biggest challenge is convincing Gervonta "Tank" Davis to officially agree to the fight, not what happens once the fight actually begins. Even so, Bill made it clear that he still has a great deal of respect for Tank and everyone on his team.
Just make the damn fights. That's it. Make the fights. Surprise us sometime. Please surprise us. Dang it. Less talking, more action. But that's my take on that fight. You want to know who I think would win if they were to fight? Devin Haney. Ooh, Tim, you crazy. Tim, you crazy. Ain't no way he gonna beat Tank Davis. Ain't no way. Tank got too much power for him. Tank this, Tank that. What about Dev? Dev been active. Dev been busy. I'm going with the more active fighter. The one that's been busy. That's who I'm going with. The bigger fighter. The guy that can box. That's who I'm going.
Adding his opinion, Tim Bradley urged both camps to stop going back and forth and finally make the fight happen. Looking ahead to the matchup, Bradley leaned toward Devin Haney, believing that Haney's consistent activity, physical advantages, and polished boxing skills would give him the edge over Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
They have been busy. I'm going with the more active fighter. The one that's been busy. That's who I'm going with. The bigger fighter. The guy that can box. That's who I'm going with. Tank can box? Yeah. Oh, and I'm hearing the also that Tank is getting ready, supposedly. Sorry about that, that's my dog. Supposedly, Tank is supposed to be going with Benavidez Sr. Really? Look, I'll say this. I hope that Benavidez Sr. can bring back some desire. I hope he can bring back a jar of desire and instill it.
According to Tim Bradley, the advantage belongs to the fighter who has stayed active and kept his skills sharp through regular competition. He emphasized that complete boxing ability is more valuable than raw punching power alone. Bradley also welcomed reports that Gervonta "Tank" Davis may begin working with Jose Benavidez Sr., saying he hopes the move helps Tank regain his motivation and focus point 131.
Start with 50-50. And then we can work from you standing strong down. That's how all negotiations happen. Now, do I think it's a 50-50 fight? Yes and no. Financially, obviously not. I would never see Tank Davis as an undercard. Never. But merit-wise, it's 50-50. Because Tank, where you been? Your last fight was a draw against Lamont Roach coming up. Debo's became another division champion and been fighting and putting in work. Times Square cards and big time shit, right? So merit-wise.
Meanwhile, Showbiz the Adult believes that if Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Devin Haney agree to fight, the financial deal should be based on an even split. He acknowledged that Tank has historically been the bigger pay-per-view attraction, but argued that Haney's active schedule and accomplishments have narrowed the gap, especially after Tank's draw with Lamont Roach.
Tank. It depends on what weight. Like, if it's at 35, then Devin, he not going to be able to mess with Tank at all. I just feel like Tank too strong at 35, Devin just too weak at 35.
What if it's at 40? What if it's at 40?
Either fighter could win that fight. Tank, he got the power, and he got the equalizers. Anything can happen with Tank. But Tank give away a lot of rounds. So maybe if he's not able to land that punch and Devin just keep winning rounds, stacking rounds, and then maybe the last, 5 rounds, Devin just move around, play it safe.
Right.
That's Devin's decision, so either fighter could win that one.
Colonel Mutton looked at the matchup from the perspective of weight explaining that the agreed weight class could have a huge impact on the outcome. He believes Tank's strength and punching power make him the favorite at 145, but feels the fight becomes much more competitive at 140. He added that Haney's movement and technical boxing skills could allow him to win enough rounds if Tank isn't able to land his biggest punches.
Not a boxer. See, people don't understand this. Tank is not a boxer. He grew up from headbangers in DC, and they used to put a tire in the middle, put their foot in the middle of that tire, and bang it out in DC.
Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez offered a very different view of Gervonta Davis. Lopez argued that Tank's success has come less from traditional boxing fundamentals and more from relentless pressure and pure intensity. He believes Davis developed his aggressive style through the demanding boxing culture of Washington, D.C., where toughness and nonstop pressure are valued as much as technical skills. In Lopez's opinion, that environment helped shape Davis into a relentless competitor instead of a conventional textbook boxer.
I mean, look, you just don't know how Tank's going to come back. When did he last fight?
March against him.
So a year and a half? I mean, longer time he gets, you know, say the fight happened in November, December, like a year and a half. And he's been through a lot. But Tank is an unbelievable.
Turning to the potential fight, Eddie Hearn praised Devin Haney for his professionalism, discipline, and commitment to boxing. At the same time, he described Gervonta Tank Davis as a once-in-a-generation talent blessed with extraordinary natural ability. Hearn believes the outcome of the fight depends largely on Davis's mindset, explaining that a fully focused Tank has everything needed to beat anyone in the sport. He also noted that the winner would greatly increase their reputation and move one step closer to becoming one of boxing's biggest stars. As the rumors continued to grow, Devin Haney returned to training as he prepared for the possibility of facing Gervonta Davis.
It's Haney time. You know what time it is. It's Haney time. What?
Devin Haney's trainer explained that Haney built his career around speed, movement, footwork, and excellent ring IQ, taking full advantage of those strengths while he was younger. He added that moving up to 140 pounds has increased Haney's punching power, even though his style has always focused on outboxing opponents and winning rounds with skill rather than relying on knockouts. The trainer believes Haney is now a more experienced and complete fighter than ever before.
With Devin's IQ and boxing, being young and having the speed and the legs, he's taking advantage of that now. While you're young, you got to use that speed and your legs, because as you get older, your legs and your speed deteriorates. You know what I mean? But Devin does have power. Speed is power. And going up to 140, he's got a lot more power now. And Devin always been a puncher. He's just been concentrating on speed, winning each and every round, winning each and every minute of every round. That's what's more important, but he's becoming more mature. He's a veteran champion now, and I think he wants knockouts now. So I think the power is really going to come out of Devin Haney from 140 pounds and up from here on out.
That brings us to the end of the latest updates, but the biggest questions still remain unanswered. The boxing world will be watching closely to see what happens next. What are your thoughts on everything that has taken place? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news, updates, and expert analysis. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.